Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Jack's feeling a lot better today and he's talking to his friends online. He's not playing because of his thumb and because he needs to give his arm a rest. But today you will see exactly, and today he's talking to his friends and he's able to talk to his friends online so that he doesn't get too bored of just me, just his mum. And so I thought, okay, he's busy, I'll do a video. So I decided to do this very simple look, but it started out because I wanted to tell you about some skincare. Now, every time, because of I've been doing this video and been doing reviews and doing research, the more I seem to research of skincare items, the more I come to a certain conclusion, which is less is more. Now, everybody talks about less is more in makeup, but no, I never hear anyone saying less is more in skincare. Now, when I say less is more, I'm not talking about, oh, don't bother to cleanse your face and just slap some moisturiser on. I'm sure you know that. What I'm talking about is less is more ingredients, because the more I look at ingredients in moisturisers, face creams, exfoliators, cleansers and everything else, the more I see that there is a lot of ingredients in skincare products that we don't really need to put on our skin. And the only reason that they're there is to make two ingredients combine together so that they can put these two ingredients in and they're not going to split, or to preserve something. Or a lot of the ingredients are there either to combine two ingredients so that they don't separate, or because they need to preserve it. So those are the ingredients that you're putting on your skin that you don't need to be there. Now, hopefully you'll see I have a nice glow today. And I actually used two ingredients from cleanse all through to moisturise before, and prime and everything else. And that was, I used jojoba oil to cleanse my skin and get rid of any remnants of makeup or grease overnight. And I've been trying out Camelia oil, which is this one. Now, the difference between Camelia oil and jojoba oil, from my experience, is jojoba oil tends to leave a bit more of a greasier film behind. So if you do have oily areas on your skin, even though it actually tricks your body into producing less oil, so it's definitely worth using at night, if you're putting it on as a base for makeup, it can make your skin look a bit too oily. But Camelia oil sinks in a lot more. So I use this as a moisturiser and I let it sink in for about half an hour. And then I decided to put on my base products and all my powder products on the face. So that's bronzer, highlighter, and everything that was powder. And then I did my trick again that I do normally with jojoba oil, using Camelia oil. And in case anyone's thinking, I've heard that name Camelia oil before, you probably heard Charlotte Tilbury talking about Camelia oil because it's one of the big ingredients in her magic cream, and that's why I was interested to try it. Doesn't smell of anything. I did have an idea that it might, but it doesn't smell of anything. But it's very moisturising, but the skin drinks it up. And yes, I put it under my eyes as eye cream, and I put it on my face. Always patch test first, because an oil is still an oil, an ingredient is still an ingredient. But chances are, if you haven't come up with magic cream, then you're not going to react to this, because that's what's in magic cream. And my skin's looking good with two ingredients. And I know that those are the only ingredients that have been put on my skin today. No preservatives, no emulsifiers, thickeners, and preservatives have gone on my face, because all I've used are two pure, organic cold pressed oils. And jojoba oil, by the way, is so good at removing makeup, and it gets rid of all your mascara. I don't get any of that black line in the morning, and I've noticed that my lashes are growing better. So anyway, that's the introduction to today's video, and I'll talk you through some of it, and I'll video through some of it, and I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you very soon. Hopefully we'll be back to normal service shortly. Okay, bye-bye. Hi everyone, and excuse me from filming in the bathroom. It's just quiet in here and you can't hear Jack shouting to his friends online. So I just wanted to add a few more points just to clarify. Of course, I just said previously that I didn't add any chemicals to my skin, which of course I did because I put makeup over the top. And I'm yet to find makeup that doesn't have preservatives and thickeners and binders and all of that stuff. But I was talking about skincare. So in terms of skincare, I don't have any chemicals on my face. Right, secondly, about Camelia oil. Okay, I've blanked this out because I've done some further research. Now, what I'm telling you here is that if you want to use Camelia oil, I've never had breakouts on my skin. I've never really suffered really much from clogged pores or anything like that. Just a few on my nose, but nothing really major. If you do, then be careful about putting it over your makeup because it may sort of clog that makeup into your pores. So I just try it as a moisturiser first. But if you don't suffer from that, then I do think it looks lovely over makeup. But just bear that in mind when you're using it. Then the third thing I was telling you about was types of Camelia oil, and then I read up last night and did some research and realised I'd really got out of my depth. So I'm just going to keep this really basic. There are 3 types of Camelia oil. There is Camelia sinensis, I can't even pronounce it, but that's what it sounds like. Then there's Camelia japonica and there's Camelia oleifera. And some of them are edible and some of them aren't, and some of them are used for different things. Right now, in Charlotte's magic cream, she actually uses Camelia oleifera. They're all, as far as I am aware, they're all pretty good for the skin, but a lot of people buy japonica to put on their face. I'm not sure why, but that's what I read, which is why I bought it. But obviously oleifera is good because otherwise it wouldn't be in Charlotte's magic cream. The only thing I could find out about the difference between the 3 oils is that in terms of emollients, that oleifera is the most emollient, then sinensis is the least emollient, and japonica is somewhere in between, which is probably why a lot of people use that one on their face, because it gives you enough emollient for your face but not too much that you're going to look oily. So yeah, I will put details below of the one that I bought, which is Camelia japonica, but I just wanted to clarify to you all that the Camelia oil that is in Charlotte's magic cream is Camelia oleifera, but they all do similar things. Yeah, so I hope that's been helpful, but please read for yourself because it's a big thing. Okay, so I'm now showing you my face with foundation and base on and concealer and powder, and then I put on all my face products that are powders. So Bronze and Glow, I did Pillow Talk blush, and my face powder. So all the powders were on my face first before I did this. Now, just to let you know that I did put the Camelia oil on as a moisturiser before I put any of that on as well. And if you do get clogged pores, I would just stick to doing that. But if you don't, and you want to give this a try, you will see what it looks like when I do it. So I'm putting 2 drops, just 2 drops on my hand and rubbing it into my hands. And the first thing I'm going to do is take the heel of my hands and actually put it underneath that area on my eyes and rock my hand back and forward, and then the rest of it I'm just pressing it lightly on top of my set foundation, and I think you'll see it gives a lovely glow. And what that does is basically you won't need to use as much highlighter because it's going to look like a natural glow, not like a makeup glow. And I just really like the look of it, and I think it looks really youth enhancing. See what you think, let me know. So hi everyone, I've got a little bit of time today. So as Jack's talking to his friends online, but not playing, but having a chat to them, I thought I'd do you a quick look. And I've just done that demonstration, which I will have told you about, so I'm not going to repeat myself. I'll do that in a voiceover. And I know somebody posted about sort of being a bit scared of this palette, and such a shame to be scared of the palette. So I promised I would come on and do something as easy as possible. Now, one of the really easy things that I can do with this palette, which anybody could do, is to literally just put one colour on your lid. And if you're doing that, I would go for this one here. This one here is just going to look beautiful over the lid. But if you've got hooded lids, be careful about that, because it is a shimmer shade, and it may look a bit too much on in the crease. If you've got a shimmer, it might just bring out that hoodedness, which is why I wouldn't do it. But if you don't have hooded lids, that is a really easy look, is to just put that one on. And I saw a video with Sophia Tilbury using that one on someone's lids, and that alone. So that's, and that, by the way, is the prime shade of Happy Eyes. But I'm just going to take this matte shade, which is very, very plain looking, this brown matte shade of Happy Eyes. And with a blending brush, I'm just going to apply that. You can see here that this is creasing, but I'm not going to worry too much about that at the moment. And I'm just going to put this on in the crease, like so, alright? And actually don't worry too much if you're not any good at blending. Really don't worry, but blend it as much as you can. It's always better to blend. The secret of a good eyeshadow is to blend it as much as you can, and I haven't been following my advice again, so make sure you try and hold it at the end of the brush. Okay, and just put that into the socket, back and forth, windscreen wiper, blend, blend, blend. You know how to clean it up now afterwards. If you don't, have a look at part 4 of my tutorial with this palette, where I clean up the sides at the end, and it makes a massive difference. Okay, just blend, blend, blend with that. I just smudge it out, but I can clean it up, so I'm not too worried. And then the other side. Before you go and add more, when you get like this bit's sticking a bit, before you go and add more, blend that out as much as you can before you add more, okay? Because often you'll find that you can get it to blend. It's one of the mistakes I think when I started doing makeup, I always used to do. Instead of trying to blend it more, I just add a bit more to balance it out the other side. And then you've got 2 splodges rather than something that looks good. Okay? But just blend it as much as you can. As I said, don't worry too much. If you think, I haven't blended that well enough, just try your best. And I'm making this a simple look with this eyeshadow palette. Alright, so windscreen wiper back and forth into the socket until you have something a bit like that. And then with a smudge brush, just take a tiny amount, literally dab it, because these are so pigmented. Dab it once. That's all you're going to need. And smudge it across the bottom, like so. And again, one dab. And blend it. If you don't press too hard with the brush, that will blend across the entire lower line, like so. And then take one of the lighter shimmer shades. I'm going to pick, what shall I pick? I'm going to pick the enhanced shade of Power Eyes, which is this one. Or I could pick this one actually, the one from Love Eyes, or I could pick this one here. Let me pick, let's move it, because I think I've done Love Eyes before. So I'm going to take the enhanced shade of Power Eyes, okay, onto the brush, and then just sweep it across the entire lid. Just sweep, sweep, sweep. You can sweep it over what you've done, doesn't matter. Because that brown is going to show underneath as a shimmer. And there you have it. It's a perfectly good look. You can just dab a bit of highlighter up there if you want. And once you've got your eyeliner on, that's going to look perfectly okay. Just so that I can show you what it would look like if I did Love Eyes enhanced shade. Just aim for a lighter one. The idea of the lighter one is that the browner shade that you've just put into your sockets will still peep through what you've done. But this is Love Eyes. Obviously now it's Love Eyes over the other one. You just back and forward over the lid. And the other one back and forward over the lid. You don't have to do any detail work whatsoever. And you have a look with this palette. There you are. Now once I put the eyeliner on, I will show you. I'll do nothing else. Once I put the eyeliner on and clean the sides up, it will look fine. Alright? You may want to put some eyeliner on. I shall put some eyeliner on, but you don't have to. And you can use a palette to put the eyeliner on. You can go back in actually with your smudge brush, or you can put a pencil eyeliner on. This is going to look more natural. I'm just going in with that first shade that I used, the brown, and just sweeping it across the upper lid. Alright, I'll finish this off and I'll be right back. Do you know what? I'm still not happy with that lid colour. And you know, I'm coming back on to show you the best way to put it on. So I'm going to take the Love Eyes one, because I think that actually does work better. And instead of putting it on with a brush, I'm going to put it on with my fingers.
Was the only Spider-Man for several years, but he was being tortured, being cloned and recloned and recloned, and anyone who's seen the 1996 Michael Keaton science fiction rom-com Multiplicity will tell you that's just no good for nobody. Kind of like referencing
There you are.
Multiplicity.
And there's Jack.
Snaps, takes up the mantle of the jackal, and decides
Jack just wanted to say something to you guys.
certainly not.
Thank you for everyone who said get well soon to me, because I really need it since I have a broken arm and I'm going to be in this cast for 6 weeks.
Well, he just wanted to thank you all.
Still trying to make
Okay, so I've just put some brow primer in my brows today and some mascara on. And I'm going to finish off by using this MAC Lips pencil in burgundy.
That's kind of a garbage one.
And I'm going to fill it in.
Wait, wasn't this with oh, that was with the legendary compact SMG. I'm gonna pick a good one. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was from back when I.
And then I'm going to cover that
That was from when I was a noob.
with Tom Ford Ultra Shine Lip Colour, which is quite sheer, but I've got some colour underneath, in Luscious. I'll show you what it's like without putting... It's still quite pigmented, but it's quite sheer. So this will just make it look a bit more pigmented.
Ooh, this is good.
And very creamy. So that's the look. Very simple. And that's what I want to do today. Very simple. So I hope you've enjoyed today's look. And I'll see you very soon with that foundation review. Take care. Have a great day. And I always end up with lipstick on my teeth. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.